Good morning. I am the Pit Messiah, your host for the Quiet Storm live trading session for New York for October the 17th, 2025. Just realized I forgot I had my other window to YouTube open and close that. Gonna get started shortly, so let's go ahead and get the charts up. Now, last night we called two calls for London, or earlier this morning. One is IOUSDT, the other was APE USDT, and APE hit take profit. So that's going to be our first announcement for the morning. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of now. So 203 pips, not bad. Congratulations on that take profit. Go ahead and get this recorded real quick. There's our first announcement of the day. We have a take profit smashed on the APE for 203 pips. That's that. All right, so France 40 called a buy. It's already taken off on us, so we're not going to call that. And the euro versus the Polish zloty also is taken off on us. And the euro versus the Hungarian florin is also taken off on us. And the United States dollar versus the Chinese yuan, that one we can take. So it's going to be a short position from current price to 7.11652. USD CNH. It's going to be a risk to reward ratio of 3.52. Entry price is 7.12756. Stop loss is 7.1307. And that is for 31 pips. Take profit is 7.11652. And that's for 110 pips. It's your first call of the day. United States dollar to the Chinese yuan, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sale. Entry price is 7.12756. Stop loss is 7.13070 for 31 pips. Take profit is 7.11652 for 110 pips. The risk to reward ratio of 3.52. Move on to the next call. Got platinum versus the United States dollar. Seems to have reverted back down to us. Let's hit that bad boy again long. So from current price, 1746.619. It's on a 1 hour. So this is platinum versus the United States dollar. Platinum versus the United States dollar. Now, this is more heavily weighted than a regular currency pair. So I recommend going light on the leverage here. I would do 0.01 unless you've got at least 10 grand in your account. And even then, I would not go much higher than that. This is for 100,836 pips. It is quite a long trade. But fortunately for you, platinum moves quickly. So this is a 60-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. 3.99. Your entry price is going to be 1644.783. Stop loss is going to be 1619.229. That's going to be for 25,554 pips. Take profit is going to be 1746.619. That's for 101,836 pips. 101,836. Here's your second call of the day. Again, this is platinum versus the United States dollar. It's a 60-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. Entry price is 1644.783. Stop loss is 1619.299 for 25,554 pips. Take profit is 1746.619 for 101,836 pips. And the risk reward ratio of 3.99. And you'll be able to find this particular asset on liquid brokers. That the link to that broker is in the description to this video. So let's go on to the next call and see what we got here. Got Euro versus Polish Nadi. As you can see, it's kind of taken off on us already. We won't be taking that. We have PL1, which is the futures on platinum. We will be taking that. So this is going to be a long to 1774.8. And you'll find this future on Top Step X. Top Step X. All right, so this is PL1 on a 60-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. Risk to reward is 4.95. Entry price is 1663 even. Stop loss is 1640.4. That's for 226 pips. Take profit is 1774.8. And that is for 1,118 pips. Your third call of the day. It says PL1, it is the futures on platinum. 60-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Entry price is 1663. Stop loss is 1640.40 for 226 pips. Take profit is 1774.80 for 1,118 pips. And a risk to reward ratio of 4.95. Let's move on. We've got the Australian 200. So we're going to take this on a buy. To 9,073. And you'll be able to find this particular indice on both liquid brokers and LHFX. Both of those brokers are in the description to this video. Let's see. US 200. This is a 15-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Risk reward ratio is 2.97. Entry price is 89.81. Stop loss is 89.50. That's for 31 pips. And take profit is 90.73. Now, this is an indice, so it is more heavily weighted than a regular currency pair. About 10 times as much weighted. All right, here's your fourth call of the day. This is the Australian 200. 15-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Entry price is 89.81. Stop loss is 89.50 for 31 pips. Take profit is 90.73 for 92 pips. And a risk reward ratio of 2.97. Let's move on again. Got 6B1, not going to bother with that. We have the Japanese Nikkei 225. Okay, so this one we're definitely taking. It's going to be a buy from current price. Targeting 49,962.23. You'll be able to find this broker on both liquid brokers and LHFX. Now, Japanese Nikkei 225, unlike the other indices, is weighted just like a currency. So you might want to slap on some extra lot size if you want to make any money off of this. But this is quite a long trade. So even at 0.01, you should make about 20 bucks off of this one. 6.12 is the risk to reward ratio. Entry price here is 48,116.89. Stop loss is 47.815.30. And that's for 30,159 pips. Take profit is 49,962.23. $962.23. And that's for 184,534 pips. Again, find a big trade. Use your next call of the day. The Japanese Nikkei 225, 15-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Entry price is 48116.89. Stop loss is 47815.30 for 30,159 pips. Take profit is 49962.23 for 184,534 pips. Risk reward ratio of 6.12. Let's move on. We have palladium, which looks like it already hit stop loss, but we can still take it long, which we're going to do. We're going to be targeting 1700.994 on this. Again, palladium is just like platinum, more heavily weighted than a regular currency. So be conservative on your lot size here. $0.01 should be just fine. You'll find palladium XPD USD on liquid brokers. The link to that is in the description to this video. XPD USD. It's a 15-minute confirmation buy with a risk reward ratio of 5.71. Your entry price is going to be 1574.114. Your stop loss is going to be 1551.895. Now it's going to be for 22,219 pips. And take profit is going to be 1,700.994. That's going to be for 126,888 pips. 126,888. Your next call of the morning. XPD USD, 15-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Entry price is 1574.114. Stop loss is 1551.895 for 22,219 pips. Take profit is 1700.994 for 126,880 pips and a risk reward ratio of 5.71. Let's move on to the next one. We've got NKD. This is the futures on the Japanese Nikkei 225. We're also going to be taking that. It's going to be a long from current price, targeting 50.070. You'll find this particular future on Top Step X. So this is NKD1. This is a 30-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Risk reward ratio of 6.18. Entry price is 48,215. Stop loss is 47,915. That's for 60 pips. Take profit is 50,070. That's for 371 pips. All right, moving on, we have US links. We've got aqua underneath gray, so this is not a good position for us. That's consolidation, so we won't be taking this. It's likely to sell off instead. We already looked at XPD, so we don't need to take it again, obviously. United States dollar to Polish zloty. We get to take this. This is a sell. So this is going to be a short position from current price, targeting 3.61978. This is an exotic currency, United States dollar versus Polish zloty. You'll find this on both liquid brokers and LHFX. The links to both of those brokers are at the bottom of the video. All right, so USD PLN. This is a 15-minute confirmation market execution sell with a 5.22 risk to reward ratio. Entry price at 3.63289. Stop loss at 3.6398. That's going to be for 32 pips. Take profit at 3.61978. That's going to be for 168 pips. Instruments call of the night, or the morning rather. United States dollar to Polish zloty. This is a 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 3.63289. Stop loss is 3.63980 for 32 pips. Take profit is 3.61978 for 168 pips. The risk reward ratio of 5.22. Okay, we have the United States dollar versus the Hungarian forint. Same thing here. There's going to be a short position. Targeting 331.522. And this is an exotic currency. You can find this on both liquid brokers and LHFX, both of which are in the description to this video. Let's see. USD HUF 15-minute confirmation market execution sell. Risk reward ratio of 5.64. Your entry price is going to be 333.940. Stop loss is going to be 334.369. It's for 43 pips. And take profits 331.522. And that's for 242 pips. Here's your next call of the morning. United States dollar to Hungarian forint, 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. Entry price is 333.940. Stop loss is 334.369 for 43 pips. Take profit is 331.522 for 242 pips, and a risk to reward ratio of 5.64. Moving on. We have the euro versus the Hungarian forint. I'm taking this as well. This is a short position from current price, targeting 386.736. And the euro versus the Hungarian forint is an exotic cryptocurrency, an exotic currency rather. You'll find this on liquid brokers. Okay. EUR, HUF, 15-minute confirmation. No, 30-minute confirmation. Market execution sell with a risk to reward ratio of 6.94. Entry price is going to be 389.986. Stop loss is going to be 390.454. That's going to be for 47 pips. Take profit is going to be 386.736. That's going to be for 325 pips. Next call of the morning, the euro versus the Hungarian forint. 30-minute confirmation, market execution sell. Entry price is 389.986. Stop loss is 390.454 for 47 pips. Take profit is 386.736 for 325 pips. Risk reward ratio 6.94. And then we have a long on 6B1, which is a future. I think we're going to skip this particular one. So it's now 7:57 in the morning. We have another ticker coming at 8 a.m. and the actual opening of the New York Stock Exchange for pre-market trading at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Minor news most of the morning, so nothing to really worry about. Bitcoin currently trading just over 105,000. It dipped down to 103,000 last night, which is the bottom for the day. So that's where we're at, waiting for a new opportunity. So quick time to grab some water real quick if you need it, about a minute and a half. We'll get more alerts. We trade 328 assets across multiple asset classes. So it takes trading you about 3 minutes to go through all of these. So we'll know about 8:03 a.m. if we have anything for the 8 a.m. ticker. We'll be going till 10 a.m. for the New York session today. All right, there we go. 8 a.m. on the dot. Got two alerts right off the bat. Probably get more here in a second. So we have a reconfirmation of the Japanese Nikkei 225, this time on the 1 hour. We're already there on the 30-minute, so we're not going to take it again. And we have a reconfirmation of the Australian 200 on the 30-minute. We're already in on the 15-minute. We're not going to take it again. Let's see. Looks like gold finally fell, or precious metals across the board have fallen. So we're in buys on XPD and platinum. So we caught that pretty good. Probably going to need to go down a little further down for gold and for silver to give us an opportunity to buy in. Natural gas and oil were all down yesterday, so they're up slightly today. So people are finally selling precious metals from those all-time highs. I wonder what they're going to do with all that wonderful cash. There's no indication of buying into the crypto market again. And the equities markets are kind of jacked up right now. So maybe they're just going to sit on it. I don't know. Right now, the safest place to put cash was precious metals. You can check on the other call from this morning, IOUSD. And it got a little over 50% of the way to take profit and retraced. It'll drop again. It'll still hit take profit. It's just going to take a while. It might do it over the weekend. Still in a solid downtrend on the 15-minute. Suppose we can check the news here and see if the world's blown up since we went to sleep. So apparently, Trump came out about 17 minutes ago and said that the threatened high tariffs on China are, quote, not sustainable. Maybe that'll calm down the markets from his announcement last Thursday, but I think it's a little too late for that, as his announcement immediately tanked the price of Bitcoin from 126,000 all the way down to 102,000, and it has not recovered since. I think the highest got was just over 116,000, and it dropped again. Also, the shutdown of the federal government is now tied for the third longest in U.S. history, which is 18 days with no end in sight. Second longest was 21 days, and the longest was 35 days. So we're likely to surpass them all, to be quite honest. So looks like we've got positive futures on the US 30, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and negative futures on the SPX 500 and NASDAQ. May give us an opportunity to buy into those today. Gold is positive in futures, but down for the day. We got the France 40, which is positive in futures, but kind of even for the day. German 30 is way down. Japanese Nikkei is down. So it's the Hong Kong 50 and the Asian 200. And we have negative futures on all major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and Solana. Hmm. I think Ripple almost got to $3 if it didn't get right above that. And now it's trading at 228. That's a massive drop. No, Ethereum got up to like 4,300. Now it's at 3,784. Bitcoin was at 126,199. It's fallen to 105,462.53. So significant losses. Hmm. All right, we got more dings. So now 810, that's NKD1, which is the future for the Japanese Nikkei 225. We're already in it, but this is a call on the 1 hour, and we're in it on the 30-minute. So we'll stick to where we are. Not going to call it a second time. If you're curious as to how that works, futures are on a 10-minute time delay on information from the rest of the market. So even though we got signals from the top of the hour at 8 a.m., it's still possible that 10 minutes after each 15-minute period, you can get a separate slate of calls on futures. Leaves us with a little under 5 minutes left to go, or a little under 4 minutes left to go. To 8:15 in the morning, the quarter of the hour, for some more opportunities to possibly enter the market. It's looking like this is going to be a particularly quick morning. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 calls from this morning. Here goes another one. We got U links. I believe this is one that we did not take. And it was smart because it hit stop loss. If you were here earlier, I noted that the gray line, the 200 EMA, was over the aqua line. The 50 EMA, that's a lot of resistance for price to actually go through on a buy. So it's more likely it was going to bounce off this and sell off. And that's exactly what it did. Pretty violently bounced off the 50 EMA and went straight to stop loss. So good entry not to enter, to avoid it. And we did. One of the things that will be apparent to you as you gain more trading experience is that sometimes keeping yourself out of a bad trade is just as worthy as keeping yourself in a trade that's profitable. Because the ultimate goal is to compound your account and where you're able to handle when the market goes against you without being liquidated. One thing is always true, the market is always right. You try and gain an edge on it by having various confirmations that you use to enter the market safely. But the market's always going to do what the market's going to do. I've seen thousands of times over the past 11 years of trading where I'm positive of direction and trade will turn around, hit my stop loss, then turn around and hit my take profit. It still happens about 20 to 30 times a week. If you go back and back test the trades that you could take. So it's pretty wild. Bitcoin does appear to be trying to form a higher low, which generally means the price is going to rebound upwards. We'll see. I wonder if price is diverging right now. It is. So price actually is showing down, but price is saying that it's going up. And that's good for us. Canadian dollar is the strongest currency. Great British pound is the least. So GBP CAD might be a good play right now. Or NZD CAD. Okay. About to be 8:17 in the morning. No new signals of note. We will get some future signals possibly in about 7 minutes. Other than that, the next ticket will possibly enter the markets the half of the hour, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, which just so happens to be the actual opening bell of the U.S. Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange, rather. It's going to be interesting. See where it goes. Yep, no new signals. We got about 12 minutes left to the new ticker. We definitely now have a higher low for Bitcoin. It's good for us. Let's see where it takes it. It'd be nice for the crypto market to close positive for the day after what, 3 successive days of losses. Right. I was going to go open my front door to let some nice, fresh morning air into the house. But I can't do that because my next door neighbor wants to be a jackass and constantly smokes weed. And I don't want the smell of that crap in my place. Creeping up on 5 minutes left to go to the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange. Things will start to move noticeably quicker once that happens because now you have the influx of liquidity coming from the US market and on top of the London market. And it'll be a 2 hour overlap, well, hour and a half, until 10 a.m. Central Standard Time when the London market closes. So it's normally a good time to hit your take profits on trades that you set up in the London or Asian sessions. This normally gives it that last final push that it needs. So making some wins out of this. 4 minutes left to go to the middle of the hour. About 2 minutes left to go to the middle of the hour. And hopefully we get to have some real fun. All right, it's now 8:30. The opening bell has dinged. Let's see what kind of action we end up getting here. You definitely can tell the difference in how fast things are moving already. Mm. So nothing new for the opening bell on the New York Stock Exchange. Your next opportunity to enter the market will be at 8:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. We may also get some futures calls at 8:40, about 6 minutes from now. All right, about 3 minutes to calls on futures. Another 8 minutes for the next ticker for the rest of the market. about 1 minute the futures and 6 minutes the rest of the market. 8:39 a.m. Central Standard Time. Since the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange at 8:30, we've seen about a 1,200 point rise in the price of Bitcoin. So it's making an attempt to try and make some recovery for the day. See how far it can get. So it does not appear like we're getting the futures calls. Still with about 2.5 minutes left to go to the quarter of the hour. 8:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see what we got here. 3 signals. We've got USD CAD. This is a long. I don't like that price action, so we're not going to be taking that. Got SI1 that turned back and hit stop loss. Well, not stop loss, the original entry. So this gives us an opportunity to go long on this. We're going to wait a little bit only because, actually, hold on. Let me look at commodities first before I make a decision here. So we are getting recovery. So we're going to take this. This is going to be a long. And it's for 55.785. We will give ourselves some extra wiggle room on the stop loss, but getting us below the 800 EMA. All right, so this is a future on silver. So you'll find this on Top Step X. Top Step X. All right, so this is SI1. This is a 15-minute confirmation market execution buy. Risk to reward ratio is 6.01. Entry price 51.010. Stop loss 50.215. It's going to be for 159 pips. Take profit is going to be 55.785. It's going to be for 955 pips. Here's the 11th call of the day. SI1. Fifteen-minute confirmation, market execution buy. Entry price is 51.010. Stop loss is 50.215 for 159 pips. Take profit is 55.785 for 955 pips. Risk reward ratio of 6.01. And then we have SIL1. Pretty much the same pattern. This is also a future on silver. It's going to be a long from current price, targeting 55.770. I'm going to move stop below the 800 EMA. And this is SIL1. It's going to be a 3.60 risk to reward ratio with entry price at 51.435. Hold on one second. It's not right. Entry price is 51.435. Stop loss is going to be 50.230. It's going to be for 241 pips. Take profit is going to be 55.770. That's for 867 pips. There we go. The 12th call of the day. SIL1 15-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. Entry price is 51.435. Stop loss is 50.230 for 241 pips. Take profit is 55.770 for 867 pips. Risk reward ratio of 3.60. All right, about 7.5 minutes to the top of the hour, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Looking really likely like it's going to rain pretty heavily outside. Let's hope it will be a nice sunny day today. Like we're very quickly working towards a recovery on precious metals for the losses for the day. I wonder if any new news hit. Maybe that's the reason why things are kind of moving like this. Hmm. Mm. Looking like it's just pure price action. I don't see any new news clippings that could explain why we're seeing this movement on precious metals. It does seem like it lost a little bit of its steam. At any rate, we got about a minute and a half left to the top of the hour on Bitcoin. The commodities fell deeper into the red. All right, it's now 9:01. Don't see any new signals yet. The dollar is up. Making a run since 12:45 this morning. So that's a little different. but there's been virtually no movement in the United States dollar versus tether. It's pretty much just sideways, with the exception of just one little dip. We're above or in a buy order block, but right below a sell order block. Price going to have to break through this to continue upwards. And even then, it might have trouble with just shy of 109,000 because there's another one up here. So definitely some challenges to price action right now. Hmm. Okay. Bit over 6 minutes left to the quarter of the hour, 9:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. Just seeing movement all over the place. This is definitely uneven. Can't be quite clear where direction it's going right now. It's just all over the place. There's an absolute God candle to the sell-off for silver. That's crazy. Like people are taking their money out of precious metal left and right. And that's what's happening. They're stockpiling cash for something. Those quickly becoming oversold. We're at this top with liquidity now flowing in Bitcoin. Unlikely. I don't see any evidence anything is flowing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting hammered too. It's also not going into Ethereum. So I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on. But to be quite honest, it looks like people are just selling the top and stockpiling cash, hoping to get value buys later on, regardless of where they are in the market. Of course, we do know the president is making a major announcement on Tuesday of next week. So, his last one was a doozy. So the smart money would be compiling to make a buy on assets regardless of what tanks starting on Tuesday. Now, we don't know what type of impactful announcement that's going to be. I certainly don't expect it to be 100% tariffs on China level sort of announcement, but it could be something else that's meaningful. Now, it is interesting to note that the guy who won $191 million on the Bitcoin short when it hit 102 has an existing short at about 111,700, and he's shorting it for $161 million worth. So maybe the guy knows something. Maybe we're going to get a new move to the south past 102,000. If it breaks that, you're probably looking at 97,500 territory, and that psychological number of Bitcoin being above six figures has been a big thing for Bitcoin maximalists. We think that Bitcoin is going to infinitely go up forever in value because there's a limited supply. That has yet to be proven. And this is October in the Bitcoin half-ending year, which is normally when you see major upward moves for Bitcoin. And it hasn't happened yet. We're halfway through the month. We've actually fallen from the all-time high during this month. But let's take a look at those metals. All right, first we have silver. It's not oversold yet. It's getting there. Gold versus Australian dollar, still not oversold, which means it has room to drop. Gold versus the euro, still not oversold. Gold versus the dollar, still not oversold. Palladium versus the dollar, close to being in the oversold range, but it's not quite there yet. Well, it's there now, so it is oversold. And then you have platinum, which is oversold right now. So these two bad boys, yes, but gold and silver, not yet. This cycle is weird as hell, man. I don't think anyone expected the federal government to be shut down during October, but it's essentially what we have. Imagine having a Bitcoin cycle where we have simultaneously one of the largest, or longest rather, shutdowns in U.S. federal government history. It could be we get through this entire month and the government doesn't reopen until November. Does that mean we're not going to have an upward cycle for this time around? Because historically, every 4 years, we count on market increases in cryptocurrency. We may have enough extraordinary events where that may not happen, or it might be delayed until 2026. But at this point, I think you have to have a legitimate concern. Is it actually going to happen at all? You're talking about an asset that's designed to go up, and it's getting hammered. Interesting times, to be sure. At any rate, it's now 9:15 or 9:17. We're a couple of minutes past the quarter of the hour, and not a single new signal. So the market is falling into a little bit of stasis, normal for a Friday. Yeah, everything is getting its butt kicked right now. Most of the world markets are up though, so stocks is where the money is going. It's flowing back into equities. Wow. So apparently someone put a $1.15 billion put option on Bitcoin. That's why everything's crashing. Holy crap. That's a massive a lot of money for a sell. Okay. So I'm basically going to be by my television and by news clippings ahead of Tuesday when whatever Trump says is going to happen. Um, we may get a crypto crash because of this. Like if it's big enough, it could drive Bitcoin down to 70,000, which would be enough to liquidate completely some altcoins if they go to zero. There's already a news clipping about a millionaire trader who had, I believe, Doge, Shiba Inu, and Fartcoin, and he was liquidated completely for a little over $15 million earlier this morning. I would hope that wasn't his only investment, but still, $15 million is a lot of money to lose in a single day. Most I've ever lost in a single day is a little under 1,969K. That was not fun. Took me about 4 months to get it back. Right, about 6 minutes left to the middle of the hour, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. As we continue this march, as we can see, equities are up. Everything else is down. So money seems to be flowing away from precious metals and cryptocurrency and Forex into the stock markets. I mean, this is a brutal day. Gold is down 100 points. Like, it's crazy. Wowzers. Gonna go ahead and take care of some housekeeping and add the tags to this video while we wait for the next time ticker. Since the market has decided to go completely quiet on us right now. You are in Japanese Nikkei, so it is in profit. For here, we're going for 184,534 pips. We're also on Aussie 200. We're in profit there, going for 92 pips. Some of these other, we just did not get an opportunity to enter. Absolutely amazed balls. All right, a little under a minute left to go to the half of the hour. Got another ticker at 9:45 and the last one at 10 a.m. We advance our way through the New York session. So what I'll do after this next ticker is I'll go ahead and start posting up the videos slots for next week. Again, London from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. New York from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, starting on October the 20th. So nothing for 9:30 as we continue. Next ticker is 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. Meanwhile, I am setting up the studios and also the placeholders on the channel where you can go and sign up for notifications for all the sessions for next week, starting on October the 20th. The ones for Monday are already up. The sessions for Tuesday, the 21st, are up. The sessions for Wednesday, the 22nd are up. The sessions for Thursday, the 23rd are up. And the sessions for Friday, October the 24th are up. So if you're interested in keeping a slate of notifications for the videos for next week, all of the live streams are up. You need to go ahead and get those notifications done. Or you can just subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications there. And when I go live, it'll let you know. And you don't have to do the individual videos. About 4.5 minutes left to go to the top of the hour. Looks like we have weakness in the equities market now. Where's the money going? Like a shell game, isn't it? It's not going to crypto. Not enough evidence is going into precious metals, even though things have improved. All right, so a little past 9:45. Still no new signals. Last tickers at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's the top of the hour. That's also the closure of the European markets. We'll wait till about 10:02, 10:03 to see if we get anything extra there. If we don't, we are done for the week for lives. And we'll be back live on Monday, October the 20th for the London session at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be a little bit of a strange trading day, but hey. We're still not out of this order block. There's this sell order block right above where we are. If it breaks through that, then Bitcoin will take off. But as far as tested it once, twice, and hasn't even got back up there since. I will say this buy order block is much larger than the sell one. For some reason, it's just not enough momentum for it to get up there. Oh. So we're coming up on 8 minutes left to go to the top of the hour. We've seen some strange things today, I'll tell you that. Precious metals still getting smacked around. Equity's got a little bit of a bounce, but even it's starting to reverse from right now. 6 minutes left to go. So less than a minute left to go. Top of the hour. Even the equities markets are tanking right now, ahead of the close of the European markets. There's nowhere safe to be found right now. Everything is getting smashed. There we go at 10 a.m. No new alerts. So I'll see you guys at 2 a.m. on October 24th. Actually, there was 1, 2. So we have a 2-hour on Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take the euro versus Hong Kong dollar either. So I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.